All right, we are live. Thursday night football. Minnesota Vikings, Los Angeles Chargers. This is going to be an interesting ball game, man. Vikings are the underdog. Kickoff is underway, and the Vikings will receive the football here. They return this up the left sideline. They got a seam 30, 35, 40, 45 yard line, 46 yard line. And the Vikings will take over with Carson Wentz at the helm. There's a flag on the play here. We'll see what the penalty is for. Minnesota gets the ball to start the game. What's going on, guys? How we doing? Let me know who's here in the chat, and we're going to have some fun. What's up? What's up? What's up? Penalty is on Minnesota. It's going to be coming back for a holding penalty, so they're going to get about roughly at the 25-yard line. Dicker the kicker on the kickoff here. Let's see what happens in this game, ladies and gentlemen. Who you guys got winning this game? Carson Wentz starting at the quarterback position for the Minnesota Vikings. We're going to see if he can lead his team to victory with the injured J.J. McCarthy still recovering from that injury about week 2 that he had. So they expect him to play after the bye week against Detroit. So we're going to see what happens with that, with the statuses on J.J. McCarthy. But 1st and 10 here. Wentz in the shotgun. Thielen goes in motion. Aaron Jones is back on the field. He was on IR. Wentz throws to Jones. Jones just drops the pass. So kind of a bad pass from Wentz. Almost, that might have been a backwards pass. I think it was an incomplete pass. They were thinking about a backwards pass, but Aaron Jones couldn't haul it in on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 10 here. Injured reserve. Aaron Jones was on after week 3 because of a hamstring injury, but he is back and ready to go in this one as well. But appreciate you guys all tuning in. What's going on? Let me know who's here, and we'll have a good freaking time, guys. What's up? What's up? What's up? All right, 2nd and 10 here. Wentz in the shotgun. Jones behind Wentz. Snaps, hands it off to Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones gets hit in the backfield, maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, loss of about 1 on the play. It's going to be 3rd down for Minnesota. Chargers are 4-3. Minnesota's 3-3. And we're going to see what the status is with that man as well. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. What's going on, everybody? How we doing? What's up? What's up? What's up? 3rd and 10 here for the Vikings. Start of this kickoff. What's up, Dina? How you doing? Good to see you. What's going on? Wentz in the shotgun. Jones to his right. JJ going in motion. Thielen and Addison and Hawkinson on the field. Wentz looking, firing. He's going to get hit as he throws, but Jefferson's got it with a 1st down catch. Pickup of about maybe 12, 13 yards on the play. Wentz got hit as he threw the ball, and Jefferson was able to come up with the reception to keep the drive alive. Nicely done. Excuse me, that was Jordan Mason in the backfield as well. Yeah, every single Thursday night game so far has just been great this year, so we're going to see if they can continue this pace as well. Good play by Wentz to get the ball to Jefferson. Jefferson's rocking the all-gold cleats tonight, so we're going to see what he's got in his back pocket for today's game. Jordan Mason in the backfield behind Wentz. Hawkinson goes in motion. Wentz hands it off to Jordan Mason. Jordan Mason gets a pickup of about maybe 2 yards in the play. It's going to be 2nd and 8 for the Vikings. Hopefully you guys are all doing fantastic. Appreciate you guys all tuning into the stream. What's going on? How we doing? How we doing? What's happening? 2nd and 8 for the Vikings. Jesse Minter on the defensive side of the ball for the Chargers. Chargers are sporting an interesting jersey uniform combo, almost like an old school retro with the navy blue, and then you got the Charger faintly in the background as well. 2nd and 8, Wentz looking, firing. He's got Addison up the right sideline. Addison makes a man miss and gets a pickup close to a 1st down. It's going to be 3rd and short for the Vikings. 3rd and 1 for the Vikings coming up here. Kevin O'Connell looking to get his guys into Chargers territory. Let's see if they can convert here. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. What's going on? What's up? What's up? What's up? 3rd and 1 for Minnesota. Jefferson is in the backfield, lined up at the running back spot. He fakes it to Jefferson. Wentz looking, scrambling, running backwards. He fires back across his field and just throws it out of bounds here. The ball is on Minnesota's 41-yard line. It's 4th and 1. I don't know if Kevin O'Connell's going to leave his guys out on the field. Looks like they're going to send the punt team unit on, but that was a pretty good defensive stand from the Chargers on this one. They were trying to get the ball to Jefferson on kind of like a little screen play, but easily blown up by the Chargers defense here. Yeah, Wentz goes down to the ground. So the Vikings are going to have to punt this one away. Davis on the return, looking to return this one for the Chargers. 4th and 1. 11 minutes and 47 seconds remaining. Possibly watching for a fake punt. Let's see if Minnesota pulls it off here. I don't think they will. No, they're just going to punt it away here. Yeah, ball in your own territory, 41-yard line, first drive of the game. That's a tough spot. If it was on Chargers' 41-yard line, I would probably guess that Kevin O'Connell would have gone for that. But since it's on their own territory this early in the game, you kind of have to play conservative and just punt this one away for field goal position as we head into the commercial break. So we're going to be getting Chargers ball here. Still first quarter. Chargers looking to add some pressure on their first drive of the game. Let's see if they can make that happen. Let me know who's here in the chat, what's going on. Hopefully you guys are all doing fantastic. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. Yeah, I had a pretty good day. What's going on, Dina? Hopefully you had a good day yourself. Thanks for stopping in. Trying to get it set up for TikTok. I have a TikTok account for my sports show, and I'm trying to see if we could go live on TikTok. I'm trying to figure that out as we speak here. There's a couple different hoops you got to jump through. So it's having a good freaking time, I think. All right. Yeah, thanks, Dean. I appreciate it. Yeah, hopefully it's a good game tonight. I mean, like, literally every single Thursday night football game that we've had so far this year has just been awesome. Down to the wire, competitive, like, through and through. So we're going to see if it can continue its success here. Okay. All right. Good deal. All right, Chargers getting the first snap of the game. Herbert in the backfield, hands it off to Vidal. Vidal looking for a breakaway. He's going to get stuffed in the backfield. Lost about 3 yards in the play. It's going to be 2nd down and 13 for the Chargers. Justin Herbert, 271 passing attempts so far this year, 1,900 passing yards, 13 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions. Second and 13, Herbert in the backfield. Vidal to his right. Vikings showing blitz. Herbert hit as he throws, and that's going to be intercepted by the Vikings. Vikings Pick 6 to start off the game. And how about Minnesota? Herbert throwing a pick, and the Vikings pick off Justin Herbert for a quick pick 6, and the Vikings take a 6-0 lead. Holy cow, that was interesting. Vikings get an interception immediately, the first throw of the game from Herbert, and he throws a pick 6. Wow. Not expected whatsoever. Vikings were showing blitz. Herbert was looking to find Ladd McConkey, and their corner just underread that route perfectly. Nobody touched him, and he was able to go into the end zone. Ooh, they might take a look at this one, man. I don't know if he fully complete the process of the catch. The ball was juggling on the way down. That's a very close call. I don't know if they're going to previous plays under review, because he caught it, but he kind of lost control a little bit when going to the ground. We're going to see if Rodgers fully possessed that football. On standby. The call on the field was an interception for a touchdown. So, I mean, it looks like he's got possession. I don't know how you can overturn that. But the ball does certainly hit the ground. So I don't know if they're going to overturn this call or not. But that's going to take a lot for them to do that. So we'll see what happens with that. We shall see what happens. Call on the field was an interception. Play is under review currently. And they're going to see if that is going to be held up or if Herbert got a gift. We're going to see. They don't know what the call is going to be. Here it comes. They overturn it. It's an incomplete pass. Wow. Chargers get a huge break, man. Take away the 6 points. Still Chargers football. They took away the interception, and the Chargers get a huge, huge break right there. That was a big break. Wow. Rodgers looked like he had it. Nobody touched him. But then he didn't complete the process of the catch. The ball kind of juggled on the ground, and the Chargers get a ginormous break right there. Ginormous break. Wow. Herbert in the backfield. Vidal to his right. Herbert in the shotgun. Johnston, Keenan Allen, Ladd McConkey, all out on the field as well. Herbert in the shotgun. Vidal to his right. Herbert got the ball. Looking, firing. He's got his man. It's Mr. Keenan Allen for a first down. Pickup of about 16 yards on the play. Keenan Allen and Justin Herbert with the 1-2 punch connection that they've had for many years when they were in LA together. Keenan Allen goes to the Bears and he comes back to the Chargers. Herbert with a dime to keep the drive alive for Mr. Keenan Allen. Wow. There you go, man. 1st and 10, 10 minutes in the first quarter. Herbert under center. Vidal in the backfield. Herbert hands it off to Vidal. Vidal gets a pickup about less than a yard. I think maybe loss of about 1 or 2 yards in the play here. It's going to be 2nd down and 12 for the Chargers. Let's see which team can run the football. Chargers are depleted tremendously at the running back spot. They lost Najee Harris. He's out for the season. Hampton's on the IR. So now they're down to their 3rd and 4th string running backs. Greg Roman, the Chargers offensive coordinator. Herbert in the shotgun. Vidal to his right. Yeah, that was a big gift the Chargers got back there. That should have been an interception, but they saw something enough to overturn it. Herbert. Shotgun, Herbert firing, looking towards the right sideline. He's got his tight end. I believe that's Goodson? Gadsden. Gadsden with the reception on the left sideline, close to a first down. It's going to be 3rd and 1 for the Chargers. Gadsden, a 5th round draft pick this year for the Chargers. He's been fitting in nicely. Had a big game last week. Gadsden. 3rd and 2 for the Chargers. What do you guys think about these retro look jerseys? Vidal gets the carry. Vidal gets a pickup of about 4 yards for a first down. Excuse me, that's Patterson. Bunch of running backs that the Chargers are going to have to use tonight. I think that's Patterson that got that first down. Yep, Patterson got the first down on that one. Hampton in a suite right now looking from afar. Let's see what else we got here, man. First and 10. Herbert firing. He's got Lab McConkey. McConkey gets a pickup of about maybe 4 yards on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 6. Quick throw to Lab McConkey on the left sideline. Close possession so far for the Chargers. Mekhi Becton, 5th season, guard shaken up. Hopefully he's all right for the Chargers. Chargers are already down their big left tackle, Slater. He's out for the season. Herbert looking, firing. He's got his man. That's Gadsden once again over the middle of the field. And the Chargers with Dicker's range, it looks like they're already in Dicker's range, being on the 40-yard line. Herbert is looking solid so far, keeping the drive alive, keeping his guys involved. Gadsden. 2 receptions, 22 yards for him. The Chargers were favored on tonight's game. Vidal gets a pickup about maybe 6 yards in the play. It's going to be 2nd down and 4 for the Chargers. Looks like they're already in Dicker's range. Yeah, Vikings, I think, were a 3.5-point underdog coming into tonight's game. 2nd and 4, 6 minutes and 30 seconds to play in the first quarter. Herbert under center, Vidal in the backfield. Herbert hands it off to Vidal. Vidal pushes his way close to a first down. It's going to be 3rd and short for the Chargers. 3rd and 1 for LA. 6 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Joe Alt, their big left guard that they drafted a couple years ago, left tackle. Got him back, missed the last couple games for an ankle sprain injury. He's back on the field, though. Good to see it. Herbert under center, 3rd and 1. Herbert firing. He's got his man. It's Mr. Lab McConkey. Lab McConkey over the 20-yard line. There is a flag on the play, though. Let's see if this flag is going to be called back or not. It might be roughing the passer. Herbert went down hard. This is going to be a roughing the passer penalty, it looks like. Yep, personal foul, roughing the passer on Minnesota, and that's going to add another 15 yards to the end of the play. Cannot do that if you're Minnesota, man. So now it's going to be 1st and goal, I think. Yeah, 1st and goal for the Chargers here. Chargers looking to score on their opening possession. Vidal in the backfield once again. He's got Trey Harris single high. And Trey, he gets destroyed in the backfield. Lost about 2 on the play for Vidal. 2nd and goal now for the Chargers at about their 10-yard line. Minnesota's 10-yard line. Appreciate you guys all tuning in, like and subscribe. Hopefully you guys are doing fantastic. 2nd and goal here for the Chargers. Let's see what Jim Harbaugh calls up here. Vidal once again in the backfield. Trey Harris in motion. He's got Lab McConkey as well. Play action fake. Herbert looking, scrambling. He gets out of it. He's running. He gets a couple yards on the play. It's going to be 3rd and goal at about Minnesota's 7-yard line. Herbert nearly got sacked, escaped the pressure, and was able to get a pick of about 3 yards on the play. Herbert just trying to find an open man. Can't find anybody, though. Third and goal for the Chargers. Herbert in the shotgun. Herbert looking, firing. He's got his man. That's Gadsden for the touchdown, and the Chargers strike first. They are loving this tight end. 5th-round draft pick. Herbert finds his way off of a big interception that was overturned, and the Chargers strike first. That's going to be a 6-0 ball game. Gadsden gets the touchdown reception. Looked like Gadsden maybe have taunted a Minnesota player. That might make the extra point a little bit more difficult for Dicker, the kicker. Herbert with the touchdown pass. Fourteen-play touchdown drive. Gadsden. I want to say Gadsden. The receiving touchdown on the field. Yep, Dicker the kicker. That's his last name. Looks like Dicker hits the extra point. No problem. It's going to be 7-0 Chargers. A lot of time off the clock for the Chargers here. About 4 minutes left to play in the first quarter with the Vikings coming back out on the field. All right. 7-0 ball game. Herbert finding Gadsden in the end zone. And the Vikings are going to have to respond, man. Let's see if the Vikings can respond nicely here. In a commercial break, we're going to see if the Vikings can respond here. What's up, 1 Point? How you doing? What's going on, buddy? Good to see you. What's going on? What's happening? Appreciate you guys all tuning in. Chargers got a gift. I don't know. I mean, Vikings look like they picked that ball off. I mean, there was a little bit of contact towards the ground, but they were somehow able to overturn the penalty, or excuse me, the interception, and then Herbert goes right down the field, finds Gadsden for the first score of the game. Making dinner, watching the game. Nice. 7-0 ball game for the Chargers over the Vikings. We're going to see if the Vikings can respond here. Accordingly, they had a couple first downs, but then they kind of went just before midfield before having to punt the ball away. All right. Vikings, another flag on the kickoff here, return to about their own 22-yard line. Chicken thighs, mashed potatoes, and gravy. Nice. It sounds awesome. See what the flag is on this play call here. It looks like maybe a false start potentially on the kickoff. I don't know how you get a false start going on a kickoff. That seems pretty basic. That's kind of a rare penalty. A false start on a kickoff. So they might have to re-kick this one, or they might just add 5 yards. I don't know how they're going to do that. End of the run. Okay, so they're going to add it onto the run. I wasn't sure if they had to re-kick it, because if it's an offensive play, they usually have to replay it. So Minnesota gets the ball. Down 7-0, close to the end of the first quarter. Wentz under center. Jordan Mason in the backfield. Wentz pitches it to Mason up the right sideline. Mason gets drilled in the backfield. Loss of about 1 yard on the play. It's going to be 2nd down and 11. Thielen is shaken up on the play. Vikings, their quarterback situation is still to be determined. Carson Wentz does have an MVP award, but he's not the same Carson Wentz he was when he was with Philly. And J.J. McCarthy is still a question mark. You got to get number 18 the football. Wentz under center, Mason in the backfield. Naylor, Addison, and JJ on the field. Wentz looking, firing. He's going to get hit in the backfield. He breaks free, though. Wentz looking for an open man. He just fires it downfield, and it's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get Addison. And it's going to be 3rd and long for the Vikings. Third and 11 for the Vikings. Aaron Jones comes back on the field. Nice job by Wentz, though, to get out of that sack. Khalil Mack almost got him. Third and 11 for Carson Wentz and the Vikings. Wentz snaps the ball. Wentz looking for his man. Wentz gets sacked in the backfield. Loss of about 10 on the play. It's going to be 4th and long, and the Vikings are going to have to punt it again. Chargers showing all kinds of pass rush, and the Vikings are going to have to punt this one back to the Chargers here in the first quarter. 4th and 19. Vikings can't get anything going right now. Pretty favorable bounce for the Vikings. Ball goes all the way down to the Chargers' 41-yard line. Chargers recover here. trying to do 2 for 2 on their opening 2 drives of the game. All right. Vikings looking for a win to stay afloat in the NFC North race. You got a gauntlet in that division, though, with the Bears, Vikings, Packers, and Lions. So that's going to be interesting to see if the Vikings can get out of that hole. They are really banking on J.J. McCarthy to get healthy and to play well for the Vikings here. All right. See if the Chargers can respond here. Still in a commercial break. What's up, Kenny? How you doing? All right, Chargers take the field. Vikings look like they jump. Herbert might have a free play. Herbert looking, firing down the field. He's got McConkey, but McConkey dropped the pass. Flag on the play, though. It's going to be probably offsides on the Vikings. Five-yard penalty. It's going to be still first down. I can't believe McConkey just dropped this pass. I mean, Herbert hit him literally right on the face mask. And McConkey can't haul that in. That's a rare drop from McConkey. Herbert under center. Vidal in the backfield. Send a blocker in motion. Vidal gets a pick of about maybe 3-4 yards on the play. It's going to be second and short for the Chargers. Chargers are looking good. Vikings aren't looking so good offensively. Chargers, Gadsden was the touchdown scorer. Vidal, 2nd and 1 up the gut. Gets a pickup of about maybe 6-7 on the play for a first down for the Chargers. Herbert in the shotgun, looking, firing. He's got his man Gadsden up the middle for a pickup about maybe 6-7 yards. It's going to be second and short for the Chargers. Approaching the end of the first quarter here. Vidal in the backfield, Herbert under center, Keenan Allen to his right. Excuse me, that's Trey Harris. Vidal up the gut once again. Vidal gets a pick of about maybe 6 yards in the play. Down to the Vikings 30-yard line. That's going to be the end of the first quarter. And with that, we're going to be going to a commercial break. See you guys in a minute. Thoughts on JJ McCarthy? Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he's going to be a franchise quarterback for the Vikings. It's still too early to tell. I mean, he had 2 games. His opening night Monday Night Football game had a pretty good third, fourth quarter comeback. We haven't really seen too much of him. So, I mean, the Vikings are banking a lot on him. They took him in the first round, so we'll see what happens. Possibly Dina, a couple more play-by-play basketball games in the future. Maybe for the Pistons, or maybe if there's like the playoffs later down this year, like in the summertime. Yeah, maybe Pistons games would be kind of cool. But we'll see. NBA is such a limited market for basketball games unless it's the playoffs where there's more of a broadened reach. Whereas Thursday Night Football, there's only one game on. It's a bigger market for football games. Plus, football is a little bit easier to do. Basketball, there's more stuff going on back and forth, so we'll see. But yeah, eventually I'd like to do one later down the line. All right, we are back. Start of the second quarter here. We're going to see if the Chargers can keep this drive moving. They are approaching the red zone on the opposite side of the football field, so we're going to see if Herbert can put together another touchdown drive. Herbert under center. Vidal in the backfield, Trey Harris. Herbert, play action fake. Herbert looking, firing. He's going to run for it. Herbert gets a pickup and a first down. Herbert down the left sideline. He's got a first down and more, 15 yards on the play. Herbert, 18-yard rush on the play. Herbert under center once again. Vidal in the backfield. Herbert pitches it to Vidal. Vidal gets a carry of about 6 on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 4 for the Chargers. Second down and 6 for the Chargers here. Herbert under center. Ball is on Minnesota's 10-yard line. Vidal in the backfield. Herbert, Play action pass, looking, firing. He's scrambling to his right. Herbert's going to run for it, and he is right at the first down marker. Don't know if he got the first down or not. It looks like they're going to give it to him. It's going to be 1st and goal at Minnesota's 4-yard line for the Chargers here. First and goal for the Chargers. Herbert. Vidal on the carry. Vidal looking to get in the end zone. He gets in the end zone. 14-0 lead for the Chargers. Early lead, and they are right on top, man. It's going to be a 14-0 ball game, and the Vikings are going to get the ball back. Vidal and Gadsden, the 2 touchdowns in this game for the Chargers. Herbert wasting no time whatsoever. Dicker looking to add an extra point to the mix, and he knocks it through the uprights, no problem. 14-0 lead for the Chargers. As we go to about 13 minutes left to play in the second quarter, man. Another commercial break. We'll be right back. All right. What's up? How we doing? What's going on? You shot 300 today? Nice. Sick. How many 300s are you at, dude? I've got 2. They're both unsanctioned, which is really annoying. I want to get a sanctioned one. I'm bowling on Monday and Tuesdays this year in my leagues, and they're both sanctioned, so I'm trying to get one in. 27 300 games? That's insane. That is crazy. Do you bowl pretty regularly, like on leagues throughout the winter? That's cool, Landon. All right, Vikings get the ball back here on the kickoff. Vikings return it to about the 30-yard line. What's going on? Strange Gaming, how you doing? What's going on? Appreciate you stopping in. What's happening? Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you tuning in. Every day after work. Nice. You should make like a YouTube channel, like bowling content. That'd be pretty cool. I know you got like an Instagram account, which is pretty sweet. All right, Wentz and shotgun. Jones to his right. Wentz looking, firing, trying to get it to JJ. It's going to be incomplete, though. 2nd and 10 for the Vikings. Blake did screw Logan over on what not happened. Blake, screw Logan over on what happened to you. I don't know what that means. You'll have to fill me in on that. Oh, on whatnot. Oh, yeah. Jones gets the carry. Pico about maybe 5 on the play. It's going to be 3rd and 5 for the Vikings. Yeah, that was hysterical. Yeah, I had no idea how whatnot worked. So, Blake's doing a live stream, and he's like, oh, yeah, you can buy into this box, and you'll get assigned a character, and you get how many characters out of that box. I'm like, okay, cool. Well, didn't hit anything, and then he had to wait like 4 hours until the box finally sold up. And then I got this weird, random card in the mail. It was fun, though. Wentz in the backfield, Jones to his left, 3rd and 5. Wentz looking to get something going on offense. Wentz, shotgun, looking, firing, throwing towards JJ's way. He's got him out of bounds towards the left sideline. Pick up about maybe 8-9 yards on the play. Jefferson and Wentz connect together for a big 1st down conversion. Jefferson rocking the all-gold cleats. All right, Wentz under center, Jones in the backfield. JJ, Naylor, Addison, and Hawkinson on the field for the Vikings. Wentz under center, Jones in the backfield. Wentz pitches it to Jones. Jones looking for a seam. Jones gets a pickup of about maybe 3-4 yards on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 6 for the Vikings. Praise got scammed by Blake. He had a good freaking time. Mr. Blake. What a guy. Yeah, and then he sent me this card. It was the guy's name is Oaken. Apparently he's from Frozen. He runs a store, I guess. So that's the card I got from Blake. Wentz in the backfield. Wentz looking, firing. He's got Mr. Justin Jefferson for a 1st down and more. Pick up about maybe 15 yards on the play. 1st and 10 for the Vikings, looking to go into Chargers territory here. 10 minutes left to play in the 1st half. First and 10 for the Vikings. 10 minutes and counting. Addison going in motion. Wentz fakes it to Addison. Pitches it to Jones. Jones looking for a pickup of about maybe 4 yards on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 6 roughly for the Vikings. Ooh, Derwin James, questionable to return, as well as Jefferson. That's 2 of their best safeties on this Chargers secondary. That's a big loss if they can't return for Chargers. The metal glass, the meta glass to record the 300 looks pretty sick. Oh, nice. I think Belmo did that once, didn't he? In an ESPN broadcast. Wentz looking, firing. Wow, that was crazy. It got incomplete from Naylor. Off the ricochet, Jefferson tried to catch it, but it was incomplete. The meta glasses. Yeah, I think Belmo did I think it was an ESPN show. Google Glass got not the meta glass. Oh, yeah. Against Sean Rash. Who's your favorite Pro Bowler, Landon? 3rd and 8 for the Vikings. Wentz in the shotgun, looking to change the play at the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to call a timeout. Wentz barely gets the snap off. Wentz looking, firing. He's going to throw it to Jordan Mason. It's going to be 4th and 5. Could have possibly burned a timeout there, but they decide not to. And they're going to try and send Will Reichard on for a very long field goal. Reichard is 12 for 16, 75% all-time from 50 yards or better. This is a 54-yard field goal attempt. Let's see if he can nail this one for the Vikings. 4th and 5, kick on the way, and it's going to be up and good. And Reichard knocks this one through. It's going to be 14-3. And the Chargers are going to get the ball back. Trying to put some more damage before the first half ends. 54-yarder up and good. Got another commercial break. I'll see you guys in a minute. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the chat. Yeah, they used to be San Diego Chargers, Dina, and then a couple years ago they relocated to LA. Yeah, 2017 they switched from the San Diego Chargers to the Los Angeles Chargers. So yeah, about 8 years ago. But yeah, they did used to be called the San Diego Chargers. Same with the St. Louis Rams. St. Louis Rams had a football team in Missouri, and then they changed it to the Los Angeles Rams, which is kind of stupid. Like, St. Louis is a good sports town. I don't know why they would relocate, but it is what it is. So the Vikings about to kick this one off here. Just under 9 minutes left to play in the first half. Vikings do get some points. Chargers, however, do get the ball to start the second half. So we're going to see what happens with that. Chargers return to about the 26-yard line. Vidal already has 9 rushing attempts, 22 yards and a touchdown in this game. I think his over-under was like 14.5 rushing attempts, so that's looking good. Herbert fakes it to Vidal. Herbert looking, firing deep down the middle of the field. He's got his man. That's Gadsden once again. Big pickup over the field, already down to to about the 35-yard line of the Chargers. Gadsden has been on fire in this game for the Chargers so far. 41-yard reception. Great protection from the O-line, and Herbert was able to find Gadsden deep into Minnesota territory. Herbert hands it off to Vidal. Vidal goes nowhere, though. That's going to be a loss of about 2 on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 11 for the Chargers. Chargers looking to put more points on the scoreboard here. Herbert, shotgun, 2nd 11. Ball's on Minnesota's 36-yard line. That's a free play. Minnesota jumped. Herbert looking, fires. He's got his man. That is going to be caught for a first down. It's Mr. Keenan now, and that looks like that play is going to stand because it looks like Minnesota jumped off sides. Offsides for the Vikings. Chargers are going to decline the penalty. First down for LA. First and 10 for the Chargers here. 7 minutes left to play in the first half. Looks like the ref got shooken up on the play. They're checking to see how the ref is doing on the sidelines. I don't know if he fell down or one of the players got to him by accident, but they're going to check him out, make sure he's all right. Hopefully he's all right. Player jogging onto the field and just got completely blindsided. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Yeah. 300-pound defensive lineman accidentally bumped into him. It looks like he's all right, though. All right, Herbert under center once again. 7 minutes left to play in the first half. Herbert fakes it to Vidal. Herbert scrambling to his right. He's going to get sacked on the play. It's going to be 2nd down and long for the Vikings. Excuse me, the Chargers. Vikings got to him pretty quickly. Grenard on the sack. What's up, Kenny? How you doing? Out of the 4 major sports, which sport has the most teams that share a stadium? That shares a stadium? Well, probably it would be NBA and NHL. NBA and NHL probably share the most stadiums together. Herbert looking for a screen, just fires it into the ground. Nobody there. It's going to be 3rd and 17 for the Chargers. I would imagine NHL has to share their local NBA team the most, I would say. There's probably the least amount of NHL stadiums compared to baseball, football, and basketball. So I would say NHL, if I had to guess. Yeah, NHL and NBA, they probably share the same stadium. Herbert in the shotgun, 3rd and 17. Trying to get some positive yards on the play here. Herbert looking for McConkey. It's going to be incomplete. And they're going to send out Dicker, the kicker, for about close to maybe a 50-yarder here. Let's see how far they knock this here for Dicker coming out on the field. Dicker is fourth season in the NFL for the Chargers. He's been automatic so far this year. 49-yard field goal attempt for Dicker coming out on the field. 4th and 17. Dicker. Spot down, kick on the way, and that is going to be no good. Dicker misses. A rare miss from Dicker, the kicker. And it is still a 14-3 ball game for the Chargers. So Vikings get a little momentum here going into the home stretch of the first half here. So we're going to see what happens here. All right, back from the commercial break here. We're going to see if the Vikings can add some points before the half. Vikings get good field position here to start this drive, down 14-3. So let's see if Wentz can put something together for the Vikings. Minter's been pretty good so far in this game for the Chargers. Wentz hands it off to Mason. Mason gets a pick of about maybe 3-4 yards on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 6. There is a flag on the play, though. Holding on Minnesota. Back them up even further. It's going to be 1st and 20 now for the Vikings. Wentz in the backfield. Mason to his left in the shotgun. Addison, JJ, and Naylor out in the field here. Wentz fakes it, fires to Jefferson. Jefferson trying to bounce it out the left side. He's going to get a pick of about maybe 4 yards on the play. It's going to be 2nd down and 16 for the Vikings. Second and 17 for the Vikings. Wentz looking, firing. He's got JJ close to a 1st down. It's going to be 3rd and short for Minnesota. About a 14-yard reception from JJ. Under 5 minutes left to play in the first half. Nice throw from Wentz. Barely kind of sidearmed it over the defense there. 3rd and 2 for the Vikings. Wentz in shotgun. Jones in front of him. Thielen in motion. 3rd and 2. Wentz firing. That ball's hit in the air. Wentz just knocks it down. It's going to be 4th and 2 for the Vikings, and Wentz is shooken up on the play. Let's see if Wentz is all right. They might have to turn to their 3rd-string quarterback if he's all right. Not all right. Yeah, Wentz has already been battling an injury on that left elbow area. He's got that bandage all wrapped up, so we're going to see if he can power through. It's going to be 4th and 2. Vikings are going to punt this one away to the Chargers. Chargers return it for about a pick of about maybe 6 yards on the return, down to the 20-yard line. Flag on the play. Most likely a block in the back on the receiving team. Yeah, holding on the receiving team. It usually is. If there's a flag on a punt, it's usually block in the back or a holding on the receiving team 90% of the time. Every now and then you'll get like a roughing the kicker or running into the kicker, but for the most part, it's usually a hold or a block in the back on the return. Another commercial break. We're going to see if the Chargers can respond before the half here. Need Ladd to get some yards on this drive. Yeah, Herbert and Ladd haven't been really hooking up too much this year. He's mostly found Quentin Johnston and Keenan Allen, which is kind of a surprise because Ladd's usually the go-to guy, but it is still his 2nd season, so we'll see. All right, start of the drive here for the Chargers. We're going to see maybe the Vikings might get the ball back before the half. But Vikings defense is going to have to come away with a stand. It's crazy how that missed interception, pick 6, changed everything in this game. Herbert in the shotgun. Hands it off to Vidal. Vidal gets a pickup of about maybe 3 yards on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 7, roughly, give or take, for the Chargers. Second and 7, Herbert in the shotgun. Trey Harris goes in motion. Herbert firing towards Trey Harris's way, and Trey Harris gets hit. Pick up about maybe 2-3 yards in the play. It's going to be 3rd and about 5 for the Chargers. Vikings need this stop badly to get some kind of points back before the half ends. Third and 5 for the Chargers. McConkey goes in motion. Herbert firing, looking towards Keenan Allen's way. Keenan Allen's got it for a first down. Pick up about 6 yards on the play. Keeps the drive alive. Approaching the 2-minute warning here for the Chargers. Nobody's used a timeout in this first half, surprisingly. First and 10. This should probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. "14 first downs for the Chargers compared to Minnesota's 3. Herbert fakes it to Vidal. Herbert scrambling, running for his life, looking for a guy. He can't find anybody. Finally fires over the middle of the field. That's McConkey. McConkey's got some room down to about the 34-yard line. Big pickup. Before the 2-minute warning, Chargers are threatening once again. Herbert was able to find McConkey. McConkey gets to about their own 30-yard line. To the 2-minute warning we go. All right, we are back from commercial break. Hopefully you guys are having a great day. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the show. We're going to see if the Chargers can add some more points here. Oh, wow. Amazon Prime's got their own studio now. They're going to be breaking down the halftime report. Usually they're on the sidelines. Herbert in the backfield. He's got 5 receivers on the field here. Herbert looking for his guy. Looking, scrambling. He's going to be running for a first down and then some. Herbert gets to about the 50-yard line before he goes down. Justin Herbert on the move, man. Clock is running. A minute and 30 seconds left to play in the first half. Close to getting in Dicker's range. Nicely job, though, from Herbert realizing he had room in front of him. He already has 44 rushing yards in this game. Herbert looking, scrambling. He's going to run for it again. Herbert just goes down. You got to be careful if you're Herbert. You don't want to run too much. It's an injury risk waiting to happen. But he goes down, pick up about maybe 5 yards. Herbert does call a timeout. We're going to use a timeout here. So two timeouts left to play for the Chargers. 2nd and 3 here for Herbert and the Chargers. Minute and 15 seconds left to play in the first half. Chargers looking to add some more points here before the half. Joe Alt shaken up on the play. Yeah, Allen kind of fell on his left leg. Hopefully Alt is okay. Alt's a great player in the NFL for the Chargers. Herbert in the shotgun. Herbert looking, firing. He's got Ladd McConkey over the middle of the field. It's going to be inside the 25-yard line for the Chargers. A minute left to play in the first half. Already clearly in Dicker's range. Vidal to Herbert's left. No huddle. Herbert in the shotgun once again. Herbert looking, firing towards Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen can't complete the one-handed catch, though. It's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Chargers. All right, 2nd and 10 here for the Chargers. Still got 2 timeouts. Plenty of time to work with if you're the Chargers. 50 seconds left to play. Ball is on Minnesota's 27-yard line. Herbert in the shotgun. Vidal to his left. Herbert scrambling, firing deep towards the end zone. He's got Ladd McConkey for a touchdown down the right sideline. McConkey and Herbert connect for a huge touchdown pass, and the Chargers are going to take a 21-3 lead here. And the Vikings are going to have to somehow find a way to get in Reichard's range. They got 40. They're going to have about 40 seconds to do it. Herbert finding McConkey. They're going to see if Dicker can add the extra point. One-on-one coverage and McConkey, big pass play. Dicker with the extra point, and it's going to be 21-3 Chargers. (21-3). That is a blowout so far. Would Vikings have to respond because the Chargers get the ball back to start the second half. So the Vikings need to find a way to get in Reichard's range before the half here to put some kind of points up on the board. 21-3, 45 seconds left to play in the first half. We're going to see if Wentz can get somehow into field goal range before the half here. Flag on the play once again, most likely on the return team. Or it might have been on Dicker, kickoff out of bounds. Failed to reach the landing zone, so they're going to be putting it at about the 35, 40-yard line for the Vikings. That's a... Oh, yeah, Dicker completely shanked it. So, Vikings get a break here. Good field position. I mean, they're at the 41-yard line. Let's see if Wentz can do something here before the half. Wentz in the shotgun, Jones to his right. Hawkinson going in motion. Wentz looking, firing down the field. He's got Jordan Addison. Addison down to about the 44-yard line. Vikings are going to probably take a timeout. Yeah, there's their timeout. 38 seconds. Already close to Reichard's range. Need Wentz to stay under 13.5 rushing yards to win $200. Overall in the game or in the first half, 1 point? Nice. Overall in the game, gotcha. All right, Mason to Wentz's right. Wentz looking, firing, looking for his man. He's going to get hit in the backfield and goes down. Loss about 1 on the play. Vikings are going to have to take another timeout. He's at 0 right now in the game. Second down and about 11 for the Vikings. 30 seconds left to play. Vikings QB situation, dude, is a giant question mark right now. Second and 11, 32 seconds left to play. Trying to get a little bit closer for Reichard. They're trying to get a touchdown, though. I mean, again, Chargers get the ball back to start the second half, so they got to get some positive yardage here. Aaron Jones on the field. Look at number 18. Look at number 5 for Addison. Try to get Hawkinson involved. Hawkinson hasn't really done much this season. Wentz looking, firing. He's going to get sacked again in the backfield. It's going to be 3rd and long for the Vikings. And now you had an opportunity to get Reichard about a 60-yard field goal. Now he's out of field goal range because of back-to-back sacks from this Chargers defense. Yeah, that's a bad sack from Wentz there. At least fire it, because you got to worry about the clock, the timeout. The sack is the worst thing you wanted to have happen there. 3 sacks for the Chargers defense already in the first half. That pick 6 overturned penalty was the momentum shifter in this game. Third and 18 for the Vikings. They got to get about 10 yards to give Reichard a chance. Wentz looking, firing deep down the left sideline. That is caught by JJ, close to a first down. It's going to be 4th and 1. They have no timeouts. They're going to try and get the field goal unit on quickly here. Here come the Vikings. 10 seconds left to play. It looks like Reichard should be fine here. 8 seconds, 7 seconds, 6, 5, 4, 3. Reichard, and he is going to hit a 53-yard field goal. No good. He missed it short. Excuse me. It looked good from left to right, but that's going to be a missed field goal from Will Reichard. And the score remains 21-3. Wow. 21-3, and the Chargers get the second half kickoff, man. Crazy stuff from the Vikings. They got to somehow respond. That's rough for the Vikings right now. We're going to see what happens there. We got a halftime break, guys, and I will be back after halftime. What are your guys' thoughts on this game overall? Right now, Chargers are dominating on all sides of the football right now here, dude. That much. Close. It looked good, and then it was short. So, crazy stuff, man. Crazy, crazy stuff. All right, halftime break, guys. I'll see you guys back after halftime. Detroit Red Wings get spanked by the Islanders on the road by a final score of 7-2, man. Yeah, it was 5-0 going into the third period. Absolutely brutal. We had Dylan Larkin on the power play and Berge, the only 2 goals in this game, man. That was a horrific performance defensively from this Red Wings team. Gotta get back at it again. We got the Blues coming to our house, LCA Saturday night. Trying to get back at it again. Go Red Wings. All right, we are getting set to start off the second half here. Coming back from halftime, about to start the third quarter. Chargers are going to get the ball back. We're going to see if they can do anything with that. (21-3), man. Kind of a blowout. We haven't really had any blowouts yet so far on Thursday Night Football. We're going to see if the Vikings can respond, man. Start of the third quarter here. Welcome back to the stream, everybody. Hopefully you guys are doing fantastic. Welcome, welcome, welcome. JJ leading the way, receiving for the Minnesota Vikings. Ladd McConkey with a touchdown, as well as Gadsden, the tight end, as well, getting a touchdown in this game, with Vidal on the ground as well. And we're going to see if the Vikings can somehow come back and make this a ball game, man. Vikings looking ready to kick this one off here. Reichard on the kickoff, and the Chargers are about to return. Chargers get it up to about the 34-yard line before being brought down, and Herbert is going to take over once again for the Chargers. Herbert's been great so far this year. Looking to see if he can execute once again on this opening drive here. But again, ever since that missed interception pick 6 call, it's been a complete shift in momentum for the Chargers in this game. Herbert under center, Vidal in the backfield. Herbert hands it off to Vidal. Vidal gets a pickup of about maybe 7 or 6 yards on the play here. Nice run from Vidal up the middle. Second and short coming up here for the Chargers. Herbert under center, Vidal in the backfield. Trey Harris and Gadsden on the field as well. Herbert hands it off to Vidal. Vidal, big hole up the middle of the field, close to midfield. Pick up about maybe 10, 11 yards on the play. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Chargers. Yeah, a lot of room to work with for Vidal. Nice blockage from this O-line from the Chargers in this game so far. Vidal, 13 rushes, 39 yards, and a touchdown. Herbert under center once again. Trey Harris to his right. Vidal gets the carry once again. Close to another first down to about the Minnesota 44-yard line. And Vidal is breaking free nicely in this game for the Chargers. Already at 14 rushes in this game. 2nd and 1 for the Chargers here. Vidal takes a breather on the sidelines. Herbert under center. Patterson gets the carry on this one. It's going to be 3rd and short. No gain on the play here. Vikings need to get a stop here badly. Vidal comes back onto the field. Put the timeouts back. There we go. All right, Herbert under center. Vidal behind him. Herbert, 3rd and 1. Sends a blocker in motion. Fakes it to Vidal. Herbert, he's going to find Vidal for a 1st down up the right sidelines. And the Chargers are rolling. Nice play call from the Chargers here. Chargers looking good so far, man. Against supposedly a good defense from the Vikings. Have been struggling so far in this game. Herbert hands it off to Vidal once again. Vidal gets hit in the backfield for a loss of about 3 yards in the play. Vikings have to hold the Chargers to a field goal here. Second and 13. Patterson back in the game here. Herbert in the shotgun. Herbert looking, firing. He's got Ladd McConkey over the field. Close to a 1st down. It's going to be about 3rd and 2 for the Chargers. Six catches, 88 yards, and a touchdown for Ladd McConkey. Chargers have 20 1st downs, and the Vikings have 24 total plays in this game so far. That's crazy. The Chargers have just as many 1st downs almost as total plays from the Vikings. That's nuts. 3rd and 2 for the Chargers here. Looks like Chargers are going to take a timeout. Think this one over with. Third and 2 for the Chargers here. Vikings have to get a stop. $21-3. Chargers could potentially represent the AFC this year. I mean, if they stay healthy, I mean, they won't. I think when Hampton gets back, you're looking at a Chargers team that could make some serious noise in the AFC this year. They've beaten the Chiefs already this year, looking to get a division title in that AFC division. So we're gonna see if they stay healthy. Harbaugh has been coaching his rear end off this year. Herbert's looking great. They're doing this without Rashawn Slater as well. They lost him out for the year. It's crazy. They paid him that giant extension like the next day out for the year. Crazy how that works. Herbert running for his life, scrambling to his right. Herbert's trying to find something out of nothing, just throws the ball away, and they're going to probably send out Dicker here for a field goal attempt. So Vikings absolutely had to have that. I mean, if they would have put up 28-3, that would have been probably a long night for the Vikings. But again, 24-10, Vikings might respond here, try to get it to a 2-score game with a touchdown. But they're going to have to somehow find a way to do something here if you're a Minnesota fan. So Dicker comes back on here, 43-yard field goal attempt. He missed a 49-yarder earlier. High snap, Dicker, the kicker. No problem, slides it through that right upright, and the Chargers have a 24-23 lead. So the Vikings are going to get the ball back, and they need to freaking score. Got another commercial break. See you guys in a minute. Vikings got to get something going on. Caleb, Jaden Daniels, Drake May, Penix, McCarthy, and Bo Nix all in the first 12 picks of the 2024 draft. That's nuts. Missed 22 of 24 games to an injury, McCarthy. That's nuts. Best ability is availability. They need McCarthy to get back healthy as soon as they can. Like I said, I think he's expected to return next week against the Lions. So we'll see what happens. But McCarthy, you know, great college career, but hasn't really done much in the NFL. He's only played 2 games in 2 seasons, so gonna have to still prove it. Vikings on the kickoff here to about the 40-yard line. There's a flag that came in late on this play. We're gonna see what the flag is about. Vikings are gonna have to get something going here. Holding on the return team, they're going to back them up even further. Like very rarely on a kickoff or a punt return, it's on the kicking team. It's always on their receiving team, it feels like. Vikings have to score on this drive. Addison by himself, Wentz under center, Mason in the backfield, JJ in motion. Pitches it to Mason. Mason cutbacks, and it's going to lose about 3 yards on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 13 for the Vikings. McCarthy had a good 4th quarter comeback against the Bears on Monday Night Football Week 1. But again, he's been hurt for a while, so we'll see. Wentz under center. Believe Jones in the backfield. Naylor in motion. Fakes it to Jones trying to get a screen going. Jones up the field for a first down. Aaron Jones leading the way. Looks like a flag on the play, though. It might be coming back for a hold on the screen. Still waiting to see what this call is. No foul on the play. They picked up the flag. First down stands for the Vikings. All right. Vikings trying to put something together here. First and 10 for Minnesota. Jones to Wentz's right. Wentz looking, firing, incomplete, trying to get his tight end over the middle of the field. Urasek, incomplete on that play. Baker, Darnold, Jones, high draft picks, and they've been able to turn their seasons around with other teams that did not draft them. Wentz hands it off to Aaron Jones. Jones gets a pick of about maybe 5 on the play. It's going to be 3rd and 5 for the Vikings. Vikings have to get this third down here. Third and 5 for the Vikings. Play clock running down. Barely gets it off. Wentz looking, still looking. He's going to get hit in the backfield for another sack on the play. 4th down for the Chargers. And the Chargers are going to get the ball back here. Another sack for this Chargers defense. Nearly lost the ball. He's able to recover his own fumble there. Wentz is in pain. That left elbow seems to be bothering him still. I wonder if they go to their third stringer. All right, Herbert coming back on the field here for the Chargers. 7 minutes left to play in the third quarter. All right, we are back. Herbert in the shotgun. Herbert scrambling, rolling, firing, and that's going to be intercepted. I don't know if it's intercepted or incomplete. I think it's intercepted. Yes, yeah, Herbert throws an interception, and just like that, the Vikings get a gift right off the commercial break, and the Vikings get a huge interception in immediate field goal range red zone, right around the 25-30 yard line. That's a big mistake from Herbert. It looked like the ball got tipped at the line of scrimmage. Crazy. That's a turnover from Herbert. Wow. Vikings, all of a sudden, back in this game. First and 10. Yeah, exactly what the Vikings need. Exactly 1 point. Wentz in the shotgun, hands it off to Jordan Mason. Mason trying to break free. He's going to get a pick of about maybe 4 yards in the play, down to about the 23-yard line. Vikings, I mean, this is do or die for them. They have to get the ball in the end zone here if they want to come back in this game. That's a big turnover. Wentz has to respond. Let's see what he does here. Mason to Wentz's right in the shotgun. Wentz looking, firing. He's got Hawkinson over the middle of the field, down inside the 10, and it's going to be first and goal for the Vikings. Here we go. Vikings get a gift from Herbert, and they're going to have to take advantage of this. First and goal. Wentz looking, scrambling, tries to get it to Jones. And they are not blowing this play dead. Chargers are going to run this ball back. I don't know if it's a fumble or a touchdown. No call yet on the field. And it looks like it's going to be an incomplete pass. Wentz looks like he threw it. Yeah. Knee was either down. Yeah, it's going to be down. His knee's down. Ball still in the hand. Yeah, Wentz was down. I mean, Vikings got a golden opportunity. Big Don. What's going on, dude? How you doing, Big Don? Second and goal for the Vikings. Hands it off to Aaron Jones. I don't understand that play call at all. It's second and goal at the 15-yard line, and you run with Aaron Jones for a yard. I don't know why you would run that play call right there. Third and goal for the Vikings. I mean, a golden opportunity to score a touchdown here, and I don't know if Vikings they gotta somehow find a way to throw a 15-yard pass into the end zone here. Wentz in the shotgun. Jones to his left. Wentz Looking, firing. He's going towards Aaron Jones's way, and that ball's going to be incomplete. And they're going to have to settle for a field goal. Probably the best field position they're ever going to have all night, and Vikings are only going to maybe come away with 3 here. Wasted opportunity for the Vikings. Fourth and goal, 24-6. Well, Chargers are lucky. They only let 3 get on the scoreboard there. That could have been so much worse. They are lucky for that one. So Vikings are going to have to kick this one back here to the Chargers. Commercial break. Chargers looking to respond and try not to throw an interception again from Herbert. Whoa. Oh, fourth and goal. They're going to have to re-kick it here. Wait, they're going for this. What in the world's going on? Hold on a second. So there was 12 men on the field. They erased the 3 points, and now the Vikings are going for it. Wow. Down 21. Vikings absolutely have to have this fourth and goal. Kevin O'Connell sending his offense back out on the field. So they erased the 3 points because there's 12 men on the field. And the Vikings are going to try and score here. Ball's on like their 10-yard line. Wow. All right, let's see if it pays off. Aston in motion. Wentz, they snap this ball. Wentz looking, scrambling, and Wentz is going to get sacked in the backfield. Another sack for this Chargers defense. There's a flag on the play. I don't really understand why they did that, but Kevin O'Connell, I guess you have to take a shot. Possibly a flag on the Chargers here. What is the flag on this one? Illegal contact on the defense, and that's an automatic first down. That is a huge mistake from the Chargers. Wow. It was fourth and goal. They get a field goal, but there's 12 men on the field. They wipe away the field goal. Wentz gets sacked, but there was a legal contact, and now it's 1st and goal. Vikings got 2 huge gifts from the Chargers on this drive. They have to get the ball into the end zone. That interception and the illegal contact, that's crazy, 1 point. That's nuts. I thought they were trying to get him offsides. That's what I thought. Wentz fakes it, looking into the end zone. He's got his man, Mr. Jordan Addison, for the touchdown. And the Vikings, all of a sudden, make this a 2-score game with an extra point. Jordan Addison scores 6 points for the touchdown here. And all of a sudden, we have a little bit of a drama going on now. A little bit of an interesting game brewing. What a weird sequence of events that was. That's crazy. Wow. Illegal contact on Addison. Addison gets the touchdown a play later because of a interception that the Vikings got. Unbelievable. Wow. What a game. Or what not really a game, but like what a possession right there. I mean, the Vikings got super lucky right there. Wow. That was super weird. So Chargers get the kickoff back here, trying to regain after that turnover from Herbert. Crazy sequence of events right there. So they're going to see if the Chargers can respond. 24-10 ball game, 2-touchdown game. I mean, still anything can happen. 1st and 10, 4 minutes and 30 seconds left here in this 3rd quarter. What's up, Jake? How you doing? Vidal gets the carry, pick up about maybe 2-3 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd and 8 for the Chargers. Herbert in the backfield. Vidal to his right. Johnston, McConkey, Keenan Allen all on the field here. Herbert firing incomplete pass. 3rd and 8 for the Chargers. Vikings, if they were able to... This is a big 3rd down for the Vikings here. This is a huge stop for Brian Flores' defense right here. If they can pull this off. Johnston, McConkey, Keenan Allen, Gadsden, Herbert in the shotgun. McConkey goes in motion. Vidal on the field. Herbert looking, scrambling. He's got Keenan Allen for a 1st down. Pick up about maybe 9 on the play. There is a flag, though. Possibly holding here. It's going to be a hold on the offense or defense. Let's see. Looks like holding on the defense. Wow. Vikings had an opportunity there. Holding on the defense. Wow. Herbert under center, Vidal in the backfield, hands it off to Vidal. Vidal gets a pick of about maybe. Oh, he's breaking tackles up the middle of the field. Huge break off for about 20 yards for Vidal. Broke like 3 tackles on that play. Surprisingly, this is their 3rd string running back. What's up, Walter? How you doing, dude? It makes you wonder, like, with running backs, is it more the O-line or is it more the player? Right? Like, you can, if you have a elite O-line, you can make like a bench warmer look good. Same with like a D-line. You can make average corners look good. If you get a pass rush off, you can make corners look solid. I mean, it's probably a little bit of both. I mean, like guys like CMC, Taylor, Henry, I mean, they could probably work with bad O-lines, but for running back success, it's all O-line. You know, because you can get like receivers like JJ Chase that they can perform really whoever's defending them or at the quarterback spot. It's a factor, but as far as a running back's concerned, it's probably a lot more O-line dependent. Vidal gets the carry up the right sideline. Vidal on 1st and 15, still scrambling down the field for a first down. Vidal running all over this Vikings defense. Wow. So, Chargers running into Vikings territory here. Ball's on like their Vikings 27-yard line. Herbert under shotgun. Patterson gets the carry on this one. Up the middle, Patterson gets a pick of about 4 or 5 yards. It's going to be 2nd down and 5. 2 minutes left to play in the 3rd quarter. Vidal, 86 yards and a touchdown. Herbert under center. Patterson in the backfield again. Hands it off to Patterson. Patterson gets stuffed the line of scrimmage. Maybe a pick of about a yard. It's going to be 3rd and 4. This is a big 3rd down for the Vikings. They're going to have to hold him to a field goal here. Vidal comes back out on the field. Third and 4. McConkey goes in motion. Herbert and shotgun. Vidal to his life. Right. Herbert scrambling. He's going to try and run for a first down. He's going to get a first down. Justin Herbert on the move. Herbert's got like close to 60 rushing yards in this game, I think. Yeah, 59 rushing yards. Wow. End of the 3rd quarter, going to the 4th here, guys. 4th quarter, Chargers up 24-10. Vikings got to get a stop here. All right, we're back. First and 10, start of the fourth quarter here. 15 minutes left to play. Herbert in the shotgun. Looking, scrambling. He's going to scramble again, running for his life, slides down, pick up about maybe 2 yards from Herbert. It's going to be second down for the Chargers here. Second and 7 for the Chargers. Herbert under center, Vidal behind him. Pitches it to Vidal. Vidal looking up the left side, looking for the end zone, and he's going to be out at the 1-yard line. Vidal running all over this Vikings defense tonight. First and goal at the Minnesota 1-yard line. "95 yards tonight, looking to feed him in the end zone here. Hands it off to Vidal. Vidal looking for a seam. Vidal's going to be stuffed. No gain on the play. It's going to be second and goal for the Chargers. "95 rushing yards and a touchdown for Vidal on the play. Looks like Chargers are going to call their second timeout, or maybe Minnesota did. Injury on the play for the Vikings. Oh, probably an injury timeout. Grenard shooken up on the play. Vidal in fantasy this week. Nice. Yeah, I wonder what the usage is going to be when Hampton comes back. Yeah, it's a shame Najee's out for the year. I drafted a lot of Najee on Underdog. It is what it is. Najee was a late round pick, so it didn't really matter too much. Grenard walks to the sideline. Pro Bowl selection last year, one of Minnesota's best players. Second and goal for LA. Vidal in the backfield. Vikings looking to stack the box. Herbert under center. Second and goal. Flag on the play. And that's going to be an illegal formation on the defense. Wow. 12th man on the field for the Vikings. Again, just costing your team with stupid little mistakes. So second and goal, they move the ball up like a yard. Trying to get Vidal into the end zone here. Vikings expect it coming. Can they stop him? No, it's going to be Herbert. Herbert takes it in for the tush push. There's a flag on the play, though, again. Hold the play. It might be off false start. We'll see. Another false start. What is happening, dude? Wow. So back him up 5 yards. This is crazy. Second and goal from the 6. Herbert looking, firing for the end zone. He's scrambling, looks in the back of the end zone. He's got his man. It's Mr. Trey Harris for the touchdown. Herbert, another touchdown pass in this game. Touchdown pass in this game. Trey Harris, the rookie they drafted out of Ole Miss. Trey Harris. Charge looking to add the extra point to make this a 3-score game. Dicker kicks it through. 31-10 ball game. Vikings are in trouble. What's up, PA? How you doing, dude? What's going on? Chargers kicking this one off. 12 minutes left to play in the 4th quarter here. Vikings looking for something to go on offense here. Vikings up the right sideline, gets it to about the 33-yard line. So the Vikings take over, down 21, and they got to get a touchdown on this drive or this game's over. Let's see if Wentz can pull something out of his hat. Here we go. Wentz in the shotgun. Mason to his right. Mason goes in motion. Wentz looking, scrambling. He's got Hawkinson on a screen pass. Hawkinson up the field for a first down. Wentz under center. Mason behind him, Addison, Hawkinson, and JJ, the receivers, as well as Naylor. Wentz fakes it to Mason. Wentz looking, firing. He's going deep. It throws an interception. Wow. Wentz just throws it right over JJ's head. And the Chargers looks like they're going to milk this one out, and Vikings have no chance. Vikings need a quarterback badly, and it's not Wentz, and I don't know if it's going to be McCarthy either. They had a perfectly good Kirk Cousins, and they said, we're done with you. Don't know why they did that, but this is what happens. Oh, man. Chargers take over. Maybe they can get Wilson, Fields, or Pickett for the trade deadline. Vikings are no threat because they have no quarterback. I'm not afraid of McCarthy, and I'm sure as hell not afraid of Wentz. I mean, Darnold was great for them last year. Well, they got 14-3 record. Darnold goes to the Seahawks. And I don't know about McCarthy. I really don't know if he's going to be their answer or not. I mean, he's played only 2 games in 2 seasons so far. I don't know. So Chargers take over. They're just looking to probably run this and milk as much time off the clock as they can. Herbert in motion. Goes to Patterson here. Second down for the Chargers here. Vidal comes back on the field. Second and 8 for the Chargers here. Vikings. I don't know. They can't allow another first down. Vidal cuts back to the right. That's a big opening again already in Vikings territory. Vidal having himself a game. Over 100 rushing yards for Vidal. Herbert hands it off to Vidal. Vidal goes nowhere. No, he breaks a couple tackles and somehow miraculously gets back to the line of scrimmage. That was like a loss of 5, and he somehow gets back to the line of scrimmage. Wow. Second and 11 for the Vikings. Excuse me, Chargers. Under 10 minutes left to play. Herbert under center. Vidal in the backfield once again. Trey Harris, the only receiver out there. Hands it off to Vidal. Vidal goes nowhere. Loss about 5 on the play. Flag on the play, though. Might be a face mask. What are we doing, Vikings? Clear face mask. Unreal. Vikings are just, like, shooting themselves in the foot, dude. Wow. So, first down for the Chargers, now automatically in field goal range if they wanted to. First and 10, 9 minutes left to play. Ball's on Minnesota's 22-yard line. Herbert hands it off to Patterson here. Patterson gets picked up about maybe 4 yards. Chargers just trying to bleed this clock. Second and 7 for the Chargers. Hands it off, fakes it, play action. Herbert gets sacked in the backfield, lost to about 8 on the play. It's going to be third and long for the Chargers. I mean, miraculously, if the Vikings were able to hold them, it would still be a 3-score game. So they would need 3 touchdowns with 3 2-point conversions, which is probably not going to happen, but you know, they somehow score first, they get an onside kick, you never know. Pretty unlikely, though. Third and 14, probably going to run this ball off here. Yeah, going to go right to Vidal. Vidal looking to break free, and he's going to be stopped at about the 18-yard line. They're going to send Dicker, the kicker, out here for about a 35, 36-yard field goal attempt. The Vikings mascot looks like Hulk Hogan. You're kind of right. He kind of does. That's funny. "34-yard attempt here for Dicker, the kicker. 7 minutes left to play. Dicker nails it through. 34-10 ball game. So Vikings, 3-score game, 7 minutes left. They need 3 touchdowns with 2 extra 2-point conversions on each of them with an onside kick. Probably not going to happen. Commercial break. I'll see you guys in a minute. churro break. All right, we were back. So Vikings down 24, 7 minutes left to play. Make it a little interesting. Maybe score a random touchdown here. I know some of these names are crazy, like Gadsden, tight end for the Chargers. So, Dicker the kicker, he's going to kick this one away. 7 minutes left to play for the Vikings. All 3 of their timeouts, they're going to have to score 3 touchdowns and get 2-point conversions on each of them with an onside kick. So let's see if the Vikings can do that. Who plays next Thursday? Ravens and Dolphins. Ugh. That's going to be a weird game. 1-5 versus 1-6. Ravens and Dolphins. Ugh. All right, Wentz, let's see what you got. This is mostly for fantasy purposes at this point now. Wentz fakes it, throws it to Jefferson. Jefferson had to adjust for the catch. Gets a pick of about 1 yard. Simple screenplay, and he nearly overthrows Jefferson. I don't know what the Vikings are doing. Jones next to Wentz. Wentz looking, firing. He's going to scroll to his right. He's scrambling. He's running for his life. That's going to be incomplete, trying to get JJ on the right side. It's going to be 3rd and 8 for the Vikings here. Definitely 4-down territory. Yeah, I know, right, PA? Drake May, Stephon Diggs, Kendrick Boutte. Yeah, Wentz's elbow is really bothering him. It looks like that left brace he's got on his left arm. Jones to Wentz's right. Wentz in the shotgun, 3rd and 8. Play clock running. Wentz snaps the ball. Wentz firing, looking for his man. He gets hit in the backfield. He goes down. Wentz looks horrible right now. I don't know if it's his whole line or if Wentz is really that bad. 4th and 8, though, so, I mean, Vikings have to convert. Six minutes and 23 seconds left. Wentz in the shotgun. Play clock running. Naylor goes in motion. Wentz looking, scrambling, firing as he hits, and nowhere near him, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Wentz is in pain. That left arm is bothering him. So, Chargers take over. Well, we had pretty much great Thursday night games all the way up until tonight where the Vikings just got destroyed. Yeah. They're probably going to put their third stringers in now next drive. That's going to be all she wrote. We have been pretty lucky with the Thursday games this year. You are correct. Yeah, this has been like the only one where, I mean, the Vikings had an opportunity to get back in this game after that Herbert interception, but then it just kind of fell off a cliff from there. Yeah, I wonder how far the scoreboard can get into. I mean, it looks great so far. But yeah, like time, like if there was an actual timer for the clock, that'd be crazy. Is there a London game this week? I don't think there is. Yeah, next one's not until November 9th. Or international game, I meant. So, Patterson behind Herbert. 6 minutes left to play. Green Bay at Pittsburgh. Sunday Night Football. That's going to be a good game. Chiefs and Commanders Monday. Patterson looking for an opening. Yeah, Wentz, his left arm / hand has been giving him problems all night tonight. Chargers got to Wentz 5 times tonight, 5 sacks from this Chargers defense. Looking like 3 straight runs here from the Chargers. It's crazy. Like, the Vikings know what's coming and they can't stop it. They need a quarterback. I mean, you had Kirk Cousins, who was perfectly fine, and you decided to move on from him. I don't know why they did that. But they thought McCarthy was the guy, but McCarthy's been injured his whole career so far. And I don't know if McCarthy's going to save that franchise. I really don't. Chargers get another first down here. Under 5 minutes left to play in the regulation. $29 first downs from the Chargers compared to 9 first downs from the Vikings. Yeah, a lot of fantasy buys this week. Cardinals, Lions, Jags, Rams, Raiders, and Seahawks. It's a lot of fantasy players. Herbert hands it off. That is, oh, Naheem Hines. I remember him. No punts for the Chargers tonight. Second and 9 for the Chargers. Herbert under center. Hines gets the call. Hines goes nowhere in the backfield. Stop for a loss of about 4 on the play. Three minutes left in regulation. 3rd and 12. Herbert under center. Once again, he's probably going to hand this off. Get a little bit closer for Dicker. Pitches it to the left. Vidal. Loss of about maybe 1 on the play. It's going to take us down to the 2-minute warning. Yeah. That's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. All right, so they're going to send Dicker out here, I would assume. 4th and 13. Make it a 4-score game. Oh, Packers at Steelers. The revenge game. 4th and 13. Looks like Wentz is done. They're going to put probably their scrubs in for the Vikings on offense, I would imagine, on this possession here. So Dicker on once again to make this a 4-score game. 45-yard field goal attempt for Dicker here. Snap down, hold, kick on the way, and Dicker puts it through the uprights. There's my kicker in fantasy. 13 points tonight from Dicker. Very solid. He did miss one, but 13 from your kicker is pretty good. Dicker is the most accurate kicker in NFL history, by the way. So Chargers kick it back off to the Vikings. Wentz is done. Max Brosmer, third string quarterback. Brosmer looking, firing. He's got his tight end up the right sidelines. Nice. 1 point. There you go. Chargers. Looks like they jumped off sides here. Vikings' next opponent's going to be at my Detroit Lions. That's going to be an interesting game. I mean, McCarthy, they're going to probably start him, but I'm not afraid of McCarthy at all. I wonder what that spread is going to be. Probably Lions -9, if I had to guess. So, Chargers dominate. Big win over the Minnesota Vikings. Won by 27 in this game, unless they can get like a last-second touchdown somehow. Vikings run this up the middle here for a pick of about 6. Couldn't tell you any of these guys on the field right now. This is their third, 4 stringers right now in this game. 3rd and 4 for Minnesota. Vikings get the first down. First and 10 for the Vikings. Down 27, minute left to go. Yeah, that's going to wrap it up, guys. Minnesota's not taking timeouts. Probably going to be 37-10 victory. Chargers, big blowout win. Appreciate you guys all tuning in to the stream tonight. Yeah, we'll be live probably next Thursday night, Ravens and Dolphins. So appreciate you guys all tuning in, watching the night tonight. God bless. Love you all. Have a good one. Adios, amigos. See you guys later.